friends, I'm Rich Larson and I'm the IRC Tire Guy. Today we're talking about the importance of trials skill when it comes to extreme enduro. I'm sure most of you know the top extreme enduro athletes are usually former trials riders. Of course, names like Graham Jarvis, Taddy Blazusiak, Dougie Lampkin are all synonymous with trials and extreme enduro. Here in the States, Cody Webb, a former multi-time trials champion, even Colton Haker competed heavily in trials at a young age. The majority of the top extreme enduro athletes will still train trials on the side of their extreme enduro training. I know I enjoy breaking the monotony of training every day on the big bike with an occasional trials session. So why is trials ability so important when it comes to extreme enduro? I think there are some obvious points I can make and some other points that I think the majority of riders don't realize. If you're contemplating purchasing a trials bike, this video may help you with your final decision. But there are a few things that need to be understood before you pull the trigger, and we'll get into those. So let's talk obvious benefits of riding trials. First is obviously balance. Trials riders have an incredible sense of balance. In extreme enduro, the ability to keep your feet on the pegs is so important for keeping that weight on the rear tire, holding traction, and keeping that momentum moving forward. A lot of riders don't realize trials also helps your ability to get balanced quicker. If you're in a situation where you don't have a lot of run-up and you need to get that momentum quickly in the most efficient way possible, the more trials ability you have, the easier that's going to be. You'll be able to get momentum in a balanced and centered manner, allowing you to hit the obstacle straight with speed, upping your likelihood of making it over. Trials riders also have the most precise throttle and clutch control. Training on a trials bike forces you to learn how to stop relying on the power and suspension of the big bike. Even the knobs on the tires of the big bike are giving you a huge advantage in a lot of situations. I know I've mentioned this before, but the old saying, when in doubt, throttle out, is literally the worst technique you can implement when riding extreme enduro. And the fact is, on the trials bike, that just won't fly. If you over rev or don't have smooth, precise throttle and clutch control, you won't make it. Even the suspension is made for precision. Trials bikes can't handle hard hits. A lot of times you won't realize how much you rely on the big bike suspension until you get on a trials bike. These are valuable traits a trials bike will teach you. Now, I'm sure I could keep going, but those are some of the obvious things a trials bike teaches you. But what about the less obvious things? I have an opinion I think most guys don't realize about trials. I'm talking about the mental strength trials teaches you. Until you ride a trials bike, you don't realize how hard it is to stay balanced and clean a section with no dabs. I think trials riders constantly have to learn how to regroup in technical situations. It seems like you're constantly on the verge of losing balance and putting your feet down. You usually have no run-up and no momentum before an obstacle. You have to get used to committing even when you're uncomfortable. That's why I think the top extreme enduro athletes are usually, for the most part, former trials riders. The benefits of trials are all going to depend on your own commitment. Trials is weird. It's very hard. It's very frustrating. You have to put in the time to feel the benefits. Remember, trials is a totally different machine. You have to load the bike and go out riding with the set intention of riding trials. That may sound easy, but I see a lot of guys leave the bike in the garage when they have to choose between riding that or the full-size machine. Even if it's an hour in the backyard every day, you will feel the benefits. Again, it's about commitment. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new content. And until next time, keep shredding.